What's up guys, Boss here, and in today's video I'm going to be playing the Triple Elixir Global Tournament. So as you can see, I'm currently 10-0 right now, so a really solid start, and as always I'm going to be playing to at least 15 wins, which of course unlocks all the rewards. And the deck I'm using I actually found off of this guy who is 32-2 right now, and he only has 2 losses, so that means it could potentially be the best deck right now, because you see there's some people higher than him, but they have more losses. And I think this deck is also pretty easy to play. Graveyard Freeze is so good in this format, and you can be really aggressive with your graveyards because it's triple elixir. You got the Inferno Drag, which is really good against tanks, and the Witch, even though you might think of it as a card that isn't that good, in triple elixir it's great, and in this specific deck because you have the skeleton army and the graveyard, so you have a lot of skeletons for baiting spells. They'll sometimes be forced to use maybe their poison or something like that on the Witch, and then of course you can abuse that graveyard. Skeleton Army is also so good on defense, and then Fireball, just an important spell to have because there's a lot of people using Mother Witch. So before we head in the first game, if you guys would like to support me, as always, you can use my credit code BOSS in any Supercell game. Really do appreciate all the support from you guys. It does mean a lot. Now, with that being said, let's get into the first game. Try to get to 15 wins. If I get to 15 wins pretty quickly, maybe I'll play one more bonus game and go for 16, but we'll see. Also, guys, please subscribe if you don't want to miss any of my content. Would appreciate that as well. So we're just going to go for a Witch in the back here. He's going to cycle a Zap, so... and then he's going to go Executioner. So what we can actually do is go Giant Graveyard in the opposite lane. I don't want to play into an Executioner, and you can be very aggressive, like I said, because it's triple elixir. So going Giant Graveyard first play is actually quite a decent play. Like, I mean, you can see we got so much damage. He's going to go for a Golem. That's kind of unfortunate because I just cycled my Inferno Drag. What I'm going to have to do is try to just go for a Skarmy on top of his Golem. He's going to Lightning, so we'll go for the Skarmy now. And hopefully he doesn't have a good spell for taking out that... Okay, he has the Zap, but we can go for a Freeze on defense. And that should be pretty good. We're going to clean that up very nicely, and that Lightning doesn't kill the Inferno Drag, so that's good as well. He doesn't seem to have like a good Graveyard counter because he's got Lightning, which is not very good against it, so I'm going to go for a Graveyard here. He's going to go for a Prince, and let's see what he uses to defend this Graveyard. I wouldn't be surprised if he just, I was going to say gives up the tower, and he's going to go for a push now. So I'm actually going to go for a Witch. Let's go for a Freeze here to freeze the Mega Minion, so that way it doesn't take out the Inferno Drag, and he's going to go for the Tornado, but it's actually still going to... The Inferno Drag is still going to take out most of the Golem, so it was a great trade for us. And look at how much damage we're dealing to his King Tower. I might just give him the left tower and go for the 3 crown because he just went for Golem, so he doesn't have a lot of Elixir right now. I'm just going to go Giant. I think we can freeze, and I'm pretty sure we're going to 3 crown him right here. And even if we don't, I can just... Yeah, GG. Really easy win there. He didn't have a single counter to the Graveyard. I mean, he didn't have any good spell for it. He didn't have a poison. He didn't have anything like... I don't know, like bats or something really cheap to take it out, so it was a pretty easy win. Even though he took my tower, I knew I could just go all in. Alright, second game here against Sebis. I think we could just... Okay, so he's going to start off really aggressively with Minor Wall Breakers. Using a cheaper deck in the Triple Elixir tournament, definitely a little risky because I think it's harder to defend against the type of decks I'm using when it's Triple Elixir, and also just... I don't know, it's hard to break through also because it's harder for him to outcycle me, whereas when it's not triple elixir, it's very easy to get wall breakers to the tower in single elixir, but triple, if the opponent has a lot of elixir, it can be hard to break through. But he's got a army of spear goblins now. I'm actually going to fireball that, but he played wall breakers right into the fireball, which was not that good of a play. The only bad thing is he's got the Inferno, which is definitely going to give me a little bit of trouble because... I do have a freeze for that, but I don't know. That's a little weird freezing an Inferno. It's better, of course, if you can zap it. But let's see, what we can do anyway. We got to try to abuse our Witch, so that way when he poisons the graveyards, the Witch is going to give him a pretty hard time. We could also maybe try to pressure opposite lane, too, if we need to. He's going to go opposite lane, though, which is really interesting. We're going to go for a Giant here, and I'm going to Graveyard because he just poisoned the Witch, so this is kind of our opportunity. I'm going to go for a freeze on the Inferno, and I'm going to also fireball everything. Hopefully we hit most of the bats if we can. That's really good. And look at that. The damage is finally starting to pile up for us, and he's getting overwhelmed. So let's go for another Witch in the back, and if he decides to poison it, we're just going to do the same thing again. I don't think he should poison this, but he's going to. So now we're going to try to take advantage of that. So let's go Dark Prince here. We're going to go for a Giant, and then we're going to try to get a Graveyard off immediately with a Freeze. We're going to completely ignore the opposite lane. Actually, because he played Bats, we're not going to. We'll freeze that just so he doesn't take the tower. Poison coming in. You guys can tell I'm talking so fast right now. The Triple ELIXIR Global Tournament, so much is going on in it. So have to talk a lot faster than normal. But you can see that Poison helps out a ton compared to the Lightning that we played against in the last match. But still, it's really, really challenging for him to defend. I mean, in Triple ELIXIR, unless they play perfectly, they don't have much of a chance of defending against a deck like this. We can just freeze the Inferno. And I guess we could just go for a Witch again. He doesn't have Valkyrie, so he doesn't have good Splash. He has Knight instead, so we also could try to take advantage of that. And yeah, I think we should just keep going for the 3 crown, because him having to go opposite lane is kind of bad for him, I would say. We're going to Fireball here to stop the wall breakers. I actually probably could have hit the Miner too, but I think it's okay. I'm going to freeze this because I just want to save the tower. I want him to have to spend as much elixir as possible. In fact, I'm pretty confident that I can save my tower because there's less than 20 seconds now. I'm going to Dark Prince in this lane, but we just got to watch out for the left lane. I might go for a Fireball here because there's a good chance he's gonna... No, he decides to stay in this lane. Okay, interesting. Freeze just to make sure the poison, if it was hitting the Skarmy, we could still stop it. And yeah, gonna be another, I guess not as easy of a win, but still pretty easy because we had control of that game pretty much the whole time. And yeah, we didn't even need to go too aggressive for a 2 or 3 crown. So 12-0 right now, only 3 more games away from reaching our goal. And yeah, the games do go quickly here, so I might play more than just to 15 wins. We'll see. So we can just go for Witch in the back, and he's going to go Cage. So I think we could just honestly Giant in front and maybe even go for a Graveyard, because being aggressive is, you know, obviously very safe to do with 3 times Elixir. So let's just go for a Graveyard. And okay, let's just freeze this because I think that's a lot of value we're getting out of that freeze. This is looking like this could be pretty annoying, though. He's got a lot of things that don't... he's got Delivery, E-Drag, Poison. Okay, this is looking like a really, really hard counter, so we might lose this one. Yeah, okay. Let's freeze this. Yeah, I don't know why he's using this deck. It's almost as if he's using something just to counter what I'm using. He's got Electro Spirit, too. Oh my goodness, what a hard counter. Okay, he's got Poison, he's got Electro Spirit, E-Drag, a lot of things I can't kill, but let's pray he messes up or plays poorly, but otherwise we're going to have a little bit of a challenge here. So I'm definitely going to have to... we can't even freeze because he, of course... I'm going to have to Fireball that because the Firecracker's annoying. We do hit a Spear Goblin though, but... yeah, I don't know, guys. This might be our first loss, unfortunately. Hopefully the only loss of the video. But yeah, such a super hard counter. Like, honestly, I can't really believe we got this matchup. Pretty much what he's using, it's just the perfect responses to what we have. Like, Spear Goblins are so good against the Graveyard. He's got Poison. Wow, like, I'm really surprised right now. Obviously, I mean, very unfortunate, but it is what it is. We'll just go for another Graveyard. I guess we can freeze here. I mean, we'll try to make a comeback, but he just has every answer in the book to what we have. I mean, we take half of his tower, but... I don't know, we lost so much of our right tower too, so yeah, it ain't looking too good. We're gonna go Dark Prince, and yeah, I can't think of any matchup that could possibly be worse than this. I'm not gonna lie, guys, this is brutal. You know, obviously it's not like a snipe, like he didn't try to match us, but it almost feels like that with how bad this matchup is. It's crazy. So we're going to freeze. Maybe we could take the tower. I don't think so because we don't have a Graveyard up anymore. Man, like, Cage 2 to pull the Giant. Wow, guys. I don't know what to say. That's unfortunate. But let's try to take at least one of his towers here. I mean, we'll have a good chance of it, I guess. Skarmy here. And... I mean, alright, we'll take one tower. I'll take it, I guess, but... wow, I'm shocked. I mean, everyone gets bad matchups, but I can't think of, and he's BMing too. I mean, all right, at least it's not serious BM, but I just, wow, that's, well, I mean, nothing I can do about that, I guess. Unfortunate. We'll just go on to the next one. Yeah, that's, I just have nothing else to say. I'm shocked. But you guys know how it is. It's all good. We'll just witch in the back and see what he wants to do. He's going to go Lumber Loon. Okay, really aggressive. We got the Inferno Drag. We also got Fireball if we need it. He's going to freeze, so what I'm actually going to do is ignore that and just go in for Giant Graveyard, because, yeah, he might take the tower, but I don't think he's going to defend this, and in a 2-tower game, it's better for Giant Graveyard because you can go Giant in the pocket and then Graveyard. It's a really good combination. You might be thinking, oh, with most Graveyard decks, it's bad when you take a tower, but with Giant Graveyard, it's different. It's only that way when you're using, like, Splash Yard or maybe, I don't know what, but any other kind of Graveyard deck. But with Giant Graveyard, it's really good when you're in these 2-tower situations. You know, you can freeze both the King Tower and the Arena Tower at the same time, and it's just, I mean, we're going to destroy him. And we have a straight-up hard counter here, which we deserved because I got absolutely hard countered the last game, so luckily we got a free matchup here. Reason why it's so easy is he didn't have a single Graveyard counter. Fireball kills Ice Wizard now, and my Inferno Drag gets so much value against his baby dragons, and I'm guessing he might have had P.E.K.K.A, or, yep, P.E.K.K.A gets no value in that matchup because of all my distractions, the Witch, the Skarmy, so that was a really easy one. So I have a super duper hard counter after getting hard countered, so that's deserved if you ask me, if you ask me. So let's just claim our rewards real quick. We're going to get a legendary token. Let's go. That's really good because this is my mini account, so I'm of course trying to max out cards on it. So here we go, 13-1. Let's fingers crossed we don't get any other losses this video. It would still be a pretty good video if I don't, because I mean 15-1 is not that bad. So we'll just go Witch in the back. I feel like we're doing that a lot of games, but I think it's a pretty good game. It's a pretty good play in Triple Elixir. So he is going to be using Lava Hound, which the Inferno Drag is really good against, but unfortunately he's got the Electro Drag, which is annoying. But let's see. I don't think he can defend this Graveyard. It might be a tower trade situation though, but I'm gonna go ahead and freeze this to see if we can take out the Lava Hound. That was an interesting tornado on his end, and yeah, I think we probably can defend this, but it depends on what he does next, but it's looking like we're fine. I'm just going to go for a Giant here to kite one of the Electro Drags, and then I'm going to go for an Inferno Drag, and I think we should be okay here. So I'm just going to go Graveyard and Skarmy. He just used his Lava, so he's low on Elixir. Let's just go for a freeze. He's like, wow, he is not happy right now. Oh, he's got to watch out. That Lava Hound's going to get completely taken out, but he can't defend at the same time, so this guy is just pretty much screwed at this point. I think we can just go for a Fireball here to take out this Flying Machine, and then I might even just go for another Giant Graveyard for the King Tower, because he does not have any good counter to the Graveyard, it seems. So I think this is a match where we can 3-crown quite easily. So we're just going to go ahead and freeze here the Baby Dragon, the Valkyrie, and the King Tower, and look at how much damage we're getting. He's going to Tornado, Giant's going to get a couple of hits. I think we just need to cycle back to another Fireball, and we win. And, yeah, he knows it. He's calling a good game already. I agree. There's no way he's going to be able to 3-crown me before I 3-crown him. So we can just freeze this here, Fireball, and that's going to be GG. When they don't have any Graveyard counter, it's so simple. I mean, really, if they don't have a Poison, most matchups are pretty free with this deck. And it was the same as the last game. I mean, no Graveyard counter. I mean, Valkyrie, yeah, it's kind of one, but you just freeze it, and it can't do anything. So, 14-1. And, yeah, only one win away from 15, but I'm probably going to play more. These games are going by pretty quickly, so I might even play 2 more games than I plan to. Alright, so we'll go ahead and give him the good luck here. And once again, Witch in the back first play. I feel like I'm doing that pretty much every single game. It's insane. So he's going to have Wizard. Wizard's annoying. It's really good against the Witch, so we're going to pressure opposite lane here. I don't want to play into the Wizard. He's going to have a P.E.K.K.A, so we're going to go Inferno Drag here. And maybe we go for a late Graveyard because we do have the freeze in cycle. So let's actually go for a Witch here. He's going to Bowler. So let's get ready to freeze. I think we're going to freeze now. We're going to go for a Fireball on the Wizard, and then we're just going to Skarmy the Dark Prince, and we should be fine. So we're going to be able to take his tower. Again, aggression is really good. He's like, wow, he was not expecting that. That's exactly what you want to do with this deck. He's going to go for Electro Giant, so let's go Giant Graveyard, try to go for the 3-crown here. And how is he going to defend this Graveyard and his King Tower? He has to defend it. I mean, that's going to deal a lot of damage. We're going to go for a Fireball here to take out the Wizard. The only thing I'm a little bit concerned about is this Electro Giant. It's a little difficult to take out, especially, yeah, when he just tornadoes everything into it. It's kind of annoying. but let's go for a Fireball here. And we defend for now, but I think he's learning that when he just goes Electro Giant, it's hard for me to stop. I'm going to go Graveyard and Giant here, and then maybe try to get a Freeze down. So then this way, the Electro Giant will get taken out, and he won't expect it. Yeah, we're going to be able to defend. That's really nice. He used his Tornado on defense and didn't use it with the Electro Giant instead, which was interesting. I think I'm just going to cycle a Fireball, and then we just need to get back to one more. I think, honestly, this Graveyard push will probably 3-crown him. I don't even think we need to get back to another Fireball. And yeah, he's calling the good game. That's going to be GG because he just devoted all his Elixir into that Electro Giant, so he has nothing left for that Graveyard. And there we go. That's already going to be 15 wins, but I'll tell you guys what. I lost a game, and also the games went by really, really quickly, so I'll probably play maybe 1 or 2 more. Why not? I mean, I think Triple Elixir, it just, the average length is like 2 minutes or something. It's kind of crazy. So he's going to go Lava. I think we can just go Giant at the bridge in the other lane, and then cycle my Inferno Drag in the same lane as the Lava. Unfortunately, he's got the Inferno Drag, so I'm not going to do anything else. I don't want to freeze it, because that's not a good trade, because I have nothing else supporting the Giant. He's going to go for a Flying Machine. Let's definitely Fireball this. Good Lightning there on his end. Let's go for a Witch and an Inferno Drag on top of that Baby Dragon. We should be able to defend this easily. I'm not too worried. And then we can go Giant Graveyard, and if he doesn't have a Poison, this is going to, again, be another really easy matchup, because it's so simple for us to defend the Lava Hounds. So it looks like he probably doesn't have a Poison, otherwise he would have used it there, so I'm going to freeze that. I'm going to wait till the Brawler pops out, and then we're going to go for a Fireball, hitting the Flying Machine and the Brawler at the same time. And that Fireball felt like an overcommitment on his end, and that Cage was definitely an overcommitment. I don't think he needed that, so yeah, I think we're going to be able to win this one pretty easily. That Lava Hound felt kind of out of desperation. I'm going to freeze this. He's probably going to go for a Lightning, so I'll tell you what, let's go Giant to protect the Inferno Drag, and then I think we're just going to cycle to another Inferno Drag because he just used his Lightning. And let's see, Dark Prince here. Let's try to get a good Fireball off on top of the Flying Machine. Hopefully we hit something else. We do hit the Valkyrie. The Inferno Drag wasn't in range, but still a good value Fireball. And because he just went for a Lava, I think we're just going to go Giant Graveyard and then maybe try to get a Freeze off on his whatever he plays. In this case, probably the Inferno Drag, so our Giant can stay alive and tank and get good value. I'm going to go Dark Prince here. And maybe this is Tower down here, or at the very least, it might put us into Fireball range. Yeah, Giant gets a hit, another shot. Okay, that's going to be Tower. Let's go. And the defense is really easy here. We just cycle to another Witch. He's probably going to Lightning, so we could actually try to body block with a Giant. I don't know, though, if he's going to... He might just full-on rush us in the opposite lane. I don't even know if he's going to... Okay, well, he just used his Lightning. Never mind. So now we can use our Inferno Drag, Skarmy to tank for that, and he's going to Fireball, but we should be fine because look at the Skarmy. It's tanking for the Flying Machine, so our Inferno Drag is going to stay alive. And he's just having the hardest time breaking through. I mean, every single Lava deck so far I've had the easiest time beating, as you've been noticing. So I'm going to apply some pressure. We already have that Witch down on defense. My Inferno Drag here. Let's go ahead and freeze this. Hopefully we can hit... Yeah, we do hit both the Baby Dragon and his Inferno Drag. Very nice Fireball there from us too. We're going to go Witch. And this is the last chance. I think if this Lava Push doesn't do anything, it's going to be GG. And yep, that's going to be it. So another pretty easy win, I would say. Lava, same situation every time. I mean, they can't really break through and they can't really defend if they don't have Poison. So I just don't think Lava is too good for this game mode. I don't know. I just think if you're going to use something... I think if you do... I don't know. I think Golem or Electro Giant would be better than Lava in this game mode because Golem and Electro Giant counter Lava, and this deck counters Lava too, so it just seems like a lot of the heavier decks do good against Lava, so that's okay. So another Lava deck. Hopefully, you know, I don't jinx myself and it's another pretty easy win, but I guess it depends on the variant he's using. I think we're going to go Giant Graveyard in the opposite. He just used a Poison, so now good luck defending. He's going to Inferno Drag though, but we can just freeze that. We don't hit the Valkyrie in the freeze, unfortunately, but still, you know, pretty good value, I would say. We're going to try to Fireball this, and we need to go for a Witch here. On defense, he's going to Lava in the opposite lane. That's very, very interesting. I thought he would have played a Lava in front of that Inferno Dragon Valkyrie in the opposite lane, but he decided not to for whatever reason. I'm going to go Graveyard here. I guess the Brawler's going to go in the opposite lane, which is actually a pretty good thing for us. We don't even need to freeze the Inferno Drag, because if you're looking, it's actually getting distracted by the skeletons and not targeting the Giant, which is really nice. And just like that, tower down again. In this triple Elixir Global Tournament, I don't know what it is, but everyone's running Lava. It's insane. So if you're looking for a deck that counters Lava, this is probably your deck, if you haven't noticed already. I mean, because literally half of my games have been against Lava, and every single time I'm destroying them. Like, it's ridiculous. We're just going to go Witch again. I guess we're going to go Dark Prince. He most likely is going to go for a Valkyrie to try to save himself, but I think he's screwed. We got to watch out for this here, but I'm just going to Fireball. And, yep, he has yet to get a good push going, and we've already taken one of his towers, so I don't know, he's going to come back. He gets desperate with a Lava at the bridge. I don't know if that's the play, because he's not going to be able to support it very much. I'm just going to go for the Skarmy to distract that Inferno Drag, and then I could also go for the Dark Prince. He's going to get a nice Fireball. That was actually pretty well played on his part. He managed to hit everything, but I think we're fine. I'm just going to freeze this and then go for a Witch. But he's actually getting awfully close to taking my tower, so I do have to be really careful. So we can go for another Fireball. I'm going to go Dark Prince here. We got to try to get him to spend his spells on my tower, because if he's able to take my tower from just a Lava, then he's going to be able to defend easily. I want to make it awkward for him, so he has to cycle spells, like I just said. Like, if he has to poison, like, cycle poisons on my tower, then there's no way he can defend these graveyards. Like, right now, he didn't have his poison in cycles, so he took all that damage. But, yeah, I think this is GG no matter what. Even if he takes my tower in the next 20 seconds, his tower is below 400, and I could just cycle a couple Fireballs at this point. Freeze should be able to just take it straight up here, and, yeah, this can be GG. So, I mean, this deck clearly great against Lava Hound, so if you're struggling against Lava Hound, just use this, and he just tried to prevent the 3 crown, and we got it anyway. Let's go. Alright, so, yep, pretty good video. Not bad at all. 17-1. We did get that one loss to that complete hard counter, but, I mean, hey, some matchups you can't do anything. You guys know how it is. Some, it just doesn't matter how well you play. If they have something like this where they got all the answers, like Spear Goblins, Electro Spirit, which is good against Graveyard, the Firecracker, which I have to overcommit with Fireballs on, Poison, you know, the E-Drag, which I can't really kill, you know, the Delivery gets a lot of value for him. It's good against, like, the Witch, the Skarmy, the Cage is, you know, pulls the Giant, like, but every other match we had a, pretty easy time with. If they, you know, use an annoying card like Wizard or Executioner, you can go opposite lane like you saw me do a couple times, because you don't want to play into those cards because they'll just wreck everything that you play. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Make sure to like it if you guys did end up enjoying it, and subscribe if you aren't subscribed already. This is the deck again if you want to see it one last time, and thanks again until next time, guys.